SappyBloom here, back with another stream of TechTonica. Alright, so I finally got bored enough to actually try to do this. I have completely foregone the whole rebuilding of the barracks location. And yeah, I'm just going to do it this way. I'm just going to do this instead because this method of doing it is so much more easy. So much easier than attempting to do this. There's only so much method of putting stuff together that one can actually do. I can only do this so many times before it finally gives out on my ability. My ability to maximize production output is only going to be able to be increased so many times. Down again, and over one, and there. Merge that side. There we go. There's 4 levels on the one side. Now, we should be able to do it this way. I just have to make sure the planters are in more or less the same spot. Yeah, I know. I'm pushing my power limit that I'm actually capable of producing. I'm pushing it. Dagnabbit. I'm trying to get onto this level. I need to get stairs for this fucking stuff. This location. I need to get some stairs or something. It'll be much easier to get up and down this location if I can just put some stairs up here. So, I'm going to have to move it back one on this top level. I'm going to have to move the planters back by 1 so I can actually put them, make sure they're all more or less in the best spot so I can actually make the exit belt the way I need it to be and still have maximum production area output. This is good enough. Now we're going to do another staircase here, which will allow us access to the top floor with a little bit of clever placement of a catwalk. Well, it's mainly just because I have to be able to reach each one of these levels effectively, or at least semi-effectively, without having to use the vertical glide system, because it doesn't exactly work whenever you're trying to get in between certain levels. So you need to have like an extended belt system to work with up here. Alright, let's do this. It's the best I can do on short notice. It ain't exactly perfect, but I can only do so much, even with a system this damn advanced, or complicated. I would consider this to be remarkably complicated for the way it's built. I won't know if it actually works until I actually test the damn thing. Have to put the whole system under serious stress. Power system mainly. I have to put the whole power system under significant stress to whether or not this actually works. Also, I have begun the production of pure biodiesel. Well, pure and impure. I also found a use for the crusher. Although I'm only using one of them instead of, because that the archive area had 10 of them down there. I used a few of them for the tech tree upgrade, and then I got the next one as well because I had the stuff on hand to upgrade the tech tree plus 2 times. So I managed to get a decent amount of tech available to be unlocked, obviously. Available to be unlocked, I haven't actually gotten anything because I still haven't gotten a lot of green cores built to put together yet. I've still been trying to get those put together so I can actually do that. That's all the farms put together perfectly. The only thing I gotta do is pray to God that all the power setup I have here is enough to actually run the system without it being overwhelmed really thoroughly, like very thoroughly overwhelmed. Maybe I should go make a few more. A few more of the Mark II crank generators. Requires a full stack of the stuff, and it works extremely fast, so yeah. I need to get 20 of these, so I already got the size of my powder available. I just need to get 20 condensed scrap bars or whatever, scrap plates. I'm not really sure how limestone is used to make this, so I've got 2 drilling operations to drill this stuff out of the ground. I might have to get an extra one to just help me process this stuff into scrap plates. You can break it down to iron mechanisms, copper spools, and iron gearbox things. It's got 3 different stages: crushing the big stuff to the smaller stuff, and then crushing the smaller stuff to the even smaller pieces, and then crushing these things down to even tiny pieces, and then it merges them all into the pieces required to make the end product. Show the recipes available for this, so I can actually make plant matter bricks out of this. These things, plant matter bricks. I can actually make those if I have Sesame gel. It'll be a good use for all I know. All this grass I have laying around. Now, this specific system here is decent. They got a lot of extra gas laying around, pure biofuel. I I'm also making a crap load of extra biofuel as well, because, I mean, I have to be able to keep making the biofuel. Yeah, I have to be able to continuously keep making it so I can start transferring pure fuel, the pure biodiesel, up to the sand pumps. I've also upgraded all of my sand pumping locations, quite a lot actually. I think you'll like what I've done. I have batteries on every location now. All the generators, all the pumping locations, the sand pumps, they all have batteries here. So just in case I'm not able to get to them in time, they'll still be able to keep going. Ugh. I need to bring some explosives back so I can start blasting off carbon powder bricks off of that. I need to go check the archive section real quick and make sure that that I've got the alright, all the way across here. I picked up all the sand pumping locations that were right here, and I've moved them over here to this tiny little tunnel. It took me a little bit of finagling to get 3 of these sand pumps in here to where they all reached the very bottom of that pit there. But I managed to get 3 pumps in here, which is just enough to stay above the refill rate, even if it's only by a little bit. I don't want it to specifically start burning through the pure biofuel this early. I want that pure biofuel to run last, so I have enough time to actually start grinding up a little bit, at least a little bit of this stuff. All right, now we need to go. Is it back here? Off here recently because the Wi-Fi cut off or something. I'm not really sure what happened, but I've done a little bit of running around, checked on all my machinery, did all the yada that I could. We're going to go ahead and handle this quest right here. It's at the very bottom of the quarry zone of the dig site, so we got to go all the way down here, all the way down this tunnel, all the way back around, go down here, go down this tunnel here. There is a faster way to get down here, but I didn't take that route, so we have to take the long way. There it is. There's another one of these things. Oh look, there's a scanny thing here, a scanny doohickey. Yeah, another tech point. Ooh. These things. Mark 6 drill bits. What we need to actually access.
Sir, the Calixians wouldn't think of us as their enemies. They see us like a plague, like a thing that happens, not a thing that is.
A response to a force of nature, I understand, but a lack of personal animosity is hardly an excuse for xenocide.
I'm not defending them. They believe that if a species is desperate for what Calyx has to offer, has the tech to get there, the ability to break through its surface, and the willingness to drag it all home, that same species will inevitably become like locusts who eat the entire galaxy. So, they bring us here instead, and somehow that shuts us down forever.
But why all the pageantry? Why not just destroy us and be done with it?
Well, this is where it gets even weirder. These symbols talk about assimilating us into some kind of greater purpose, but if it went the way this describes it, the entire crew should have lived. They should have become brain-dead worker zombies, with a few of us sucked into these cubes to guide them and be mindless intermediaries for our own tech.
Yet we are far from mindless. And to assimilate us for what?
I don't know. The symbols read like this greater purpose is so obvious it doesn't even need to be explained. But whatever it is, it definitely kicks off the end of humanity. Not just the few of us who were lucky enough to be here.
Perhaps this is where the groundbreaker and the cryogenic interruption stepped in. Though none of this explains how Mirage seems to have avoided death, or cubism in equal measure. We must find more of these sites.
Is that it? I think it goes down further. Let's go down a little further. Random tunnel power. Oh, looks like we gotta bust out the 5x. Yeah, it breaks off down here into the very bottom of this pit. I'm pretty sure the sand is still technically going down. But this is another scrap vein here. It's a fairly big one, it looks like. But let's go ahead and uncover the best we can. Never mind, it's not a very big one. It's very small, actually. Oh, never mind. It goes further into the wall. Stand corrected. It's quite large. I've also found out that I can use the seismic coolant for my drill, my Terra drill here. Are we sure that Mirage is avoiding cubism? I don't think she did. I think she's a cube too. Awesome. I am kind of curious as to why it allows us to make the cubes move at like the very end of the tech tree. You see the cubes. Now, believe it or not, this massive deposit of scrap here would last me a long damn time. These massive deposits of scrap, they're not exactly that easy to fucking get rid of. They're very like, they take a long time to drill out. I have to fully uncover the deposit here so I can actually find out how big the damn thing is. There it is, the entirety of the deposit uncovered, fully uncovered, ready to go. It's a very strange looking deposit. It actually has a big shape to it. Alright, on over here to the next deposit. There's another major big ass deposit right here. It might not be a main power station. Technically, I could easily do that if I had, like, just got, like, a really big thing and then used steppers. Those long power cable stepper systems. I could just use that to run all the sand pumps and everything. I just have to have a single location that I can fast travel to, just so I can initiate a power jump the whole sector. But that would take a long time to set up, because I'd have to run power steppers and all that other stuff all over the place, just so I can fully get power to all these individual sectors. All these individual spots that require a shitload of fucking power to operate. Right up here is one of my main operations. It's just not very power friendly because it's using a Mark II drill. I'm pretty sure they have a Mark III, I think. I'm not sure, honestly. I don't know. They might not have a Mark III. No, they just have drilling speeds. And then, in order to get even more bonuses, you'd have to have one of those a core composer filled to the brim with fucking yellow cores and other various cores that you don't plan to use. You just put a shitload of yellow cores in there and use what you want, and then keep the rest for later. Basically, yeah. I don't know how much further down the sand will go. I don't think there is any more sand points here that any more area here that I actually need to uncover. I'm just kind of letting the sand slowly be removed. There's only 48,000 milliliters left remaining, and that is going to actually take quite a while to fully remove the rest of that. That's going to take time. A long time, a lot of time, not something that's going to be quick. Obviously not going to be very quick. It's going to take time. We're not all going to be here waiting for it to freaking finish. So we just have to grab as much stuff as we can and proceed onwards to the archive zone. Because, unbeknownst to me, as soon as I started excavating all the sand, I found this. It's where I found the crushers. I found the crushers and a big smelting zone and a big power station right here. A bunch of batteries. There was like 10 crushers here, a shitload of Mark III smelters here, and then some battery things here, some accumulators. And there's a bunch of other areas down here with a bunch of alien tech like shit everywhere. Like a lot of stuff. Pretty sure this is it.
I'll have to take a closer look, but the writing at this site is angrier, violent. The ruins here aren't instructions the way the others are. These are warnings.
Good. Warnings are weaknesses. Weaknesses are opportunities.
Sir, I think I'm doing a bad job of translating these. The Calixians are not monsters. There is a whole layer of trauma and history and near self-annihilation that explains why they genuinely think what they're doing is right. It's just so monumental that I can't really explain it.
Your translation is excellent. Humanity put centuries of self-justification for evil behind us to come together for a better future. We did not stop making excuses for ourselves only to begin making them for something else.
Well, let's go keep finding other things. What about this one? What's this one say, Spark? Hello? It's a fancy rock. What about this one? Hiya! Is this another one? No? All I know is this area here goes down quite deep. Well, as far as I know, I don't think there's anything else aside from a bunch of these alien-like structures everywhere. There's a bunch of these things all over the place, honestly. There's a lot of these things around, just thrown around randomly. Like, look at this. There's a damn doorway here that goes nowhere unless this is what was at one point possibly some kind of gateway, like a portal they used to get around. Well, clearly the story is over here somewhere. What about this one? What's this? Seriously? It's not even actually here. These pillars, some of these pillar pieces aren't even really here. Like those pillar things there aren't even really there. Now, honestly, my sand excavation of this particular area is just barely keeping up with the refill rate. It's just barely keeping up with it, honestly. Like, seriously, I'm not lying. It's just barely keeping up with it. Like, look at this. This isn't here. This should be something that the story interacts with, but it's not for some reason. I'm not really sure what's actually supposed to happen. I've found these pieces up here, but they don't say anything. Spark doesn't say anything about that stuff. Then I'm assuming this is a tunnel that goes somewhere. There must be another dig site somewhere down here, because clearly there's... Unless that's what this is. Is this another dig site? Is that what this is supposed to be? Because if so, it's going to take me a while to fully uncover this enough to actually where I can actually get down in here and actually explore it in depth. And then the fact that these things actually don't exist, that's kind of irritating. I thought Spark would have something to say about those, but no, she doesn't. She doesn't have a damn thing to say about that. No, technically I don't actually need this because this is what was once a sand mining zone, a sand pumping zone. And I don't need this. I'm pretty sure Mirage just set all this up because this was clearly an area where there was very little significant here to be used. So that people just kind of skipped past, all the people just kind of skipped past this area because there wasn't really anything of significance here, so they just kind of forgot about it. Clearly, this is supposed to go somewhere. I guess I'm not really sure. I know this was at one point supposed to be some kind of sand mine, possibly. Yep, it's just one of those sand holes. It's those sand holes, which is literally just a big sinkhole that goes all the way down to the very bottom of the map. Yeah, that's where I have this. I have 3 pumps directly overhead of one of those. And a lot of fuel going into each one in an attempt to remove all the sand from each area. This area as quickly as I can possibly remove it. Not exactly easy to do, but it's not impossible. I don't remember. What did I forget? Sorry about that. I had to go clean up my plate. And my ketchup cup that I left in the kitchen, apparently. I had to go clean that up. I might need to actually stop drinking that because that's just, the tea is actually reacting with the laxative that I took several hours ago. I'm already past the main portion of what the laxative's supposed to do. I'm already way past that. I've done past that. I've handled that part of the laxative. Now I'm in that stage where it just apparently makes your stomach roil or churn or whatever. I'm at that stage right now, and I don't much care for it. It's very strange, and I'm not really sure I'm okay with it. It's not uncomfortable, but it's just very strange, and I'm not sure that if I'm supposed to be okay with it or not. Anyways, we're gonna head back up here to PT Victor, where our main factory is. This is where all the processing should happen. If anybody that sets up factories in the desert sector, that's on you to manage the power and constantly hitting those cranks and trying constantly to generate power. But I don't need that. I mean, you have a massive sector here. You can drill into walls and drill into the ceiling to make more space. Do multiple floors if you need to, but really, I mean, this is my factory floor. Hell, I don't even know what half of these machines are. I have to use this thing just so I can know what the hell is being made where, just so I know. Like, yeah, maybe I should look into this. Alrighty. Alright, now let's cycle down all the way down here, and we're gonna stick in a whole bunch of these, all of these stacks of these fancy chips here. Nah, I probably would do better just to belt all the material up. I probably would do better to belt it all up to the storage area, the storage sector, and just have all the excess material that I'm not using currently belted, sent up to the storage sector, which is what, sector 3, 4, one of those two, and just have all that extra shit just melted off of it. Just start with a massive wall of Mark II chests, and it's just one thing goes into one row, one thing goes into another row, one thing goes into another row, one thing goes into another row, and it's just a row of chests on all 4 sides belted off to that one thing. That, or I could do a belt that comes off of it and then do a line of chests like that, so that I can then therefore make a multi-tiered system. Right now, I'm just mainly trying to catch up with all this stuff. Trying to process all this stuff right here. It can be a pain, yeah. It's just one of those things. You just have to deal with it the best you can. Now, where the hell is that damn green thing? Right here? Here it is. Okay, let's cycle down. All the way down, very bottom. We're gonna grab those, stick those in there. This should be enough. I mean, it'll get me at least a handful. I mean, it requires 6 relay circuits, which that's actually a lot. It's over 250, so that's enough to at least get something out of it. No, I've got a lot of material laying around that I don't actually need. A lot of this material. Some of this stuff I don't even really need. All this metal I've got here, I don't even really need it. I'm just kind of mining to be mining at this point. learned the hard way not to use monorails for anything that requires a bulk, is like a bulk resource, like stone, iron, copper. Anything that's like a raw resource mined from the ground, don't use a monorail for it, because it's just going to end up doing this bullshit. Making this severely irritating noise that never goes away because it just doesn't know how. And this is a very long line, a very long monorail line, because it goes all the way down to the quarry downstairs. So, yeah. I don't think I'm ever going to run out of stone, even if I really want to. I'm not going to. Even if I really, really want to, it's not going to happen. Now let me go see about the fuel. In hopes of actually making a lot of damn silverthorn coolant, so I can then make the silverthorn coolant into other stuff. It would probably do me good to actually have a secondary power facility in each of these sections. Well, mainly somewhere where I have like a singular block connecting me up to the stepper, which the main power system to the stepper, so I can separate it with like 2 blocks and then delete 1 block, so it's only connected by 1 block, so I can simply just delete the 1 block to charge all the batteries, which should be several batteries. And then the stepper would then be used to run power to all the various mining operations all around the map, including the sand mining area, so that I can then transfer all the power generators to the power generation plant, and then I would never have to fuck with it again. Because the only thing you have to worry about with the sand pumps is just making sure there's enough fuel. That's really it. You gotta make sure there's enough gas there. Alright, so we're gonna go down, cycle down to the unrefined, the infusion pack, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to select the infusion set pack here, bam. I don't actually know how long it'll take. I'm still using this one over here to craft more of the biofuel. I'm still using this method over here to craft more biofuel, so I can then transfer this biofuel to this box right here, so I can use the all this to do that, and then so I can basically just keep making this infusions pack for each from 2 different sides, so I can then process this as much of the infused biofuel as possible, so I can try to maximize power. But that's good enough for me, because this thing has a very fast and a very high working speed, and doesn't require, you don't need more than one. No, because this thing can stack up multiple different types of materials in one machine, and then you just have to wait for the queue to work through. Same with this thing. This thing only needs so much space, and it's good. Have to kind of wait for the whole system to catch up. Once it catches up, you're good. Even this area has that irritating noise that never stops. Ish. gonna start taking all this damn material out of this thing, out of the elevator, all this powder, because eventually I will end up using it all. I feel like I just need to start using it now while I still can. Start making it, make all the iron powder into that steel powder, because I have more than enough iron bars laid away for later, so I don't really need any help there. Taking out as much of these powdered core shit as I could. Try to get rid of as much of this iron powder as possible from all the powder, all the ore I'm breaking down into separate pieces. I still have a long ways to go before I'm fully done with it. Last two pieces of ore. Now we're just gonna go down here, select all this copper powder, and we're just gonna start taking all the powder out and start smelting it down to a smaller form. Iron powder needs to be smelted down to steel because, well, steel is needed, I guess. A lot of it's needed, I guess. You could say a lot of it could be used easily. As far as the copper bars, you can only use this use that stuff so much. Level 4 has a bunch of grass and stone in it. But I'm mainly trying to clear out the elevators areas, the storages that have an overwhelming amount of ore in each elevator's inventory storage. Well, I put a lot of powder away because I had an overwhelming amount, but this is before I had the upgraded storages. Now that I have the upgraded storages, I can process a much larger amount of ore much faster. Well, same speed, just I can store a hell of a lot more of it away. Bigger quantities, you know? Making a hell of a lot of steel bars out of this. The iron bars themselves will come along quite nicely. Much more highly efficient. Is just to burn the ore. Gotta cycle all the way down to the bottom so I can start grabbing all this stuff to store it up. Right now it's in the local storage, so it can't be pulled out from a local storage. Not as easily anyways. This is probably one reason they advise you not to actually use this, the elevator's storage point for your own personal storage tank. Not exactly easy to clean this thing out, so it's best for you to just simply put it all away this way and just put it in a box and have it transferred in. So I can then therefore transfer it out into local storage crates on the other side. Stone and grass. A little bit of extra put away, I guess. Not exactly sure when I put this stuff away, but I did clearly. I clearly had a little bit of extra put away for in case of emergencies, possibly. And now we got a whole bunch more of this stuff. A whole bunch more of this material here to put away. There's only one box worth, and I'm just trying to kind of shove it all away into one small measly box so I can easily get rid of it all by simply sending it into deep storage back upstairs. It'll be much easier to get rid of it. I'll be able to get rid of it a little easier. I have no idea how far down this stuff goes. I just have to keep removing it until I either run out of storage space in this box or looks like I hit my cap limit. Looks like I gotta reload the game. Bugs are starting to happen from playing the game too much. I guess you technically can't play the game more than for such a long period of time unless you want more issues to continuously keep happening. You have to be willing to sacrifice a little bit of your a few minutes of time, a few seconds of playtime to reload the game, save it as soon as it starts causing you significant issues, and then yep, just reload the game, and then bam, all your problems should be fixed from there, hopefully. I haven't used the storage all that much. The only thing I use Lima storage for now is building materials that I don't use. Alright, let's go check on the threshing unit and see how far along it is, as well as the crusher. Before we do that, we're going to go over here and we're going to ditch a lot of this copper powder here. just need to go check the processing and see how it's coming along. Yeah, every 2 carbon powder brick and 2 sesamoite gel in a singular. Yeah, this is technically one thing I can use this stuff for. Just to kind of keep the factory going for a little while. The next thing I'm going to do now is actually go check on my scrap processing and sand pumping again. My scrap harvesting, because I still have a lot of scrap I need to harvest. I need to fire that back up, gather all this sand here, check this and see how it's doing. I'd assume that there's eventually going to be something at the very bottom of one of these big tubes or something. Eventually a location will be triangulated again, hopefully. No, I'm actually going to take all these carbon powder bricks and go stick them in the mining charge factory, so I can make a literal epic shitload of freaking mining charges to be used in all the blast drills and blast smelters around, because I have a lot of those that I really need to get juiced up again. I need to get more of those green cores so I can get some of the long-standing research that I haven't been able to do yet. Like, I need to get the oh yeah, that's right. Go over here to the mining charge factory. Alright, cycle down. Okay, now we cycle down a little bit further. Bam. stuff all these kind of components in here like this. Bam. And now we need to go probably get more of this stuff. So we get more of this blue shit so we can keep making Kool-Aid required to keep making those whatever the hell I'm making. I don't really remember what the flying monkeys I'm making a lot of, but I'm making something. All of the grass from over here will probably go straight into the biobrick factory right here, because I need to put some more grass in here so I can start feeding this thing again. It's not much, but it's something. Some of it right here. Or I can just simply upgrade this box to tier 2 and just stuff all the rest of the materials I have here into this box here. I think I probably just better sacrifice the rest of my stuff into the infused system here, because clearly I need a lot of this. I need a lot of this so I can keep making a shitload of gas. Fuel, whatnot. Be hot now. When you wear the house coat, if you're hot, take it off. Complaining about it being hot. Why? Well, let's see, what now? Well, I'm running out of shit to do. It's going to end up being remarkably repetitive here very soon, because I'm going to end up just going back and forth between Sierra, the archive point, and Victor, right, over and over and over to check the sand pumps and keep the gel making station here online, so it's going to keep making the gel. That's another thing I need to do. I need to gather up some of that silverthorn stuff, and I need to go stick it in the gel factory to make gel. I'm only drilling and pulling 1,000 kiloliters of sand per minute, but that's actually quite a lot. Alright, now we gotta run down here to get to these, the crevice down here. Should be right here. Boing. It is right down here, right? I know it's down here at this end. Okay, never mind. Going up. Not really a lot. I don't really know specifically how much it's supposed to be able to pull out of the ground per minute, but I guess with limited power, it's only able to pull a very small amount of ore per second out of the ground. That's the T talking, I think. Possibly the laxative, I'm not really sure. Probably a combination of both, honestly. Probably. Alright, now where the hell is that other damn mining site? Let's see, is it... Should be down here somewhere. At the very bottom of this point down, way down here. At least I think so. Should be down here somewhere, right? No? Or was that way? No. I don't remember exactly where I had that other one. It might be in Sierra, just behind the elevator and to the left. Let me go check real quick. I think it might... Well, actually, no, wait a minute. I need to go check the sand pumping area over here first. I need to do a little check here just to make sure it's still okay. Check the cranks, make sure they stay online. Check fuel rates. Check the sand level remaining. Check fuel here. Good. Fuel here's okay. Probably gonna need to stick a little bit more in there, at least to the pure biodiesel. The pure biodiesel has a lot higher power ratio than the other, but I don't really know what else to do in this area. Shit, I forgot. Back to PT Sierra. We're gonna go back around this place and then to the right, possibly. Ah, there it is. It's right over here and down. Right here. Here it is. I found you. Ouch. I didn't mean to do that, damn it. Fuck. Dagnabbit. Always has to be an issue somewhere, somehow. Always has to have issues. make a bonus of 4 per minute. Because that one's making 48 per minute, and this thing uses 20 per minute. These things use 20 per minute. That thing can make 48 per minute. Alright, so this thing's got more than enough stuff to go. The multiplier is only ×1, but that's okay because I don't really know how to actually increase the multiplier. At least not right now, unless that's a bonus or something that you can get later. Not 100% yet. process the remaining last piece, which is a processed assembler thing. Which in turn, this also means I don't need those blast drills on the Avalantium deposits. I just need something that can give me enough juice. Then all I have to do is just bring regular Avalantium powder down here. Bam. What's next? Does this thing need a refill? Yes, it does. Oopsie. Looks like I'm nearly out of relay circuits again. Hell, if I can eventually find a better way to make these things faster, I will most definitely be doing that. Yeah, because if I don't find a better way to make these damn things, this whole processing of these things is going to slow me down a lot. Anyways, to the research area, I believe. We're just gonna go straight up here, and we're gonna take this whole, all of this apart here. thing I need to do right now is literally just expand, pull this belt back this way, and build a massive storage center here for adamantium powder. Quite the big area as well. I could start with enough boxes to fill this area with one stack inserter per box. Now we're gonna go down here and we're gonna set up, we're gonna pick up all the blast drills and we're gonna put down a singular Mark II drill on, maybe 2 Mark II drills on each one. I'm not sure. It depends on how much space I can squeeze in. If I can squeeze in 2 of these damn things, then I will, but I don't know. I don't know how big these small ass deposits actually are. They might be only big enough for 1. Maximum speed is only 38 per minute, so yes. I'm just gonna go about picking up all these extended pieces here, and I'm gonna put down a Mark II drill at each one of these points. Now, I need to get me, I would say at least another 4 of these Mark II drills in this whole area. Deposits down there, but I'm probably just going to stick with these for now because they're generating more than enough of this adamantium ore here that I actually really need. I'm gonna keep it in ore form until I need more, and then I'll probably bring a handful of those marks to threshers down here to start threshing this shit. I'll stick with the smaller ones for now, but eventually, once I mine all the adamantium from that area there, I'll move to another area. Move over there to the big supply point over there. I'm pretty sure I've got more than a decent amount of materials set up here, good for a while. I'm putting all my adamantium powder in this one box, so it can be processed into a little shitload of extra. Looks like I need a secondary box. First box was too, there wasn't enough space for all the adamantium powder I've built up so far. bothered with it right now. Right now it's handling all this grass. All that excess Kindle Vine. Let's get down to Lima. We're gonna place down a whole boatload more of this stuff. These green cores down. And then I'll probably stop this stream and pick up in the part 3 if this stream is well, I don't know, maybe not. The stream looks like it's at least at a halfway decent length. First 2 rows have to be placed by hand. Well, obviously all the rows have to be placed by hand, but these first few rows have to be like micro precision. The rows after this can be at least partially done with a little bit more speed.
Task inbound. Scrap washing. Combine scrap ore with Shipperthorn extracting crusher to extract gold ore for gold-based production cycles.
Well, I'm hoping I'm only gonna make the 20 condensed scrap ore that I need out of this. But first and foremost, I'm going to use most of the scrap I have here. All this scrap here will be mostly used to do the other thing, to make all the stuff I require here. So this won't go on for all that much longer. I just need to get a handful of blast charges for... I need to get at least 4 rows of blast charges ready. I guess 1 row for each one of these we'll have to do for now. Maybe not for that one. Anyways, folks, I'm going to be back in the next part of this stream, or the next stream itself. I'm not sure. It depends. But right now, I'm going to go lay down. I'll leave this game running, and yeah, I'll be back in a few hours probably. Yep. Wait a minute. Am I looks like I'm burning through a little bit more power than I'm actually running, apparently. Yeah, I'm only generating 89. We need to solve our power problem real quick. Hold up. Hold the phone. Premature calling of the end of the stream prematurely. Did not mean to do that. Didn't know I was burning through too much power. Hold up. Anyways, we're gonna work on. Before I get off for the day, I'm going to finish replacing my power charges, because clearly my power is being sapped from all the fancy drills that I put in the other sector up there. So yeah, we're gonna do this, and then I will get off. Anyways, see y'all again in stream 13. Peace.